So, there are people in this world. They could be specialists of sort. You might find physical proof of them that they help by way of showing us exercises, right? Physically, there is the need for exercise, and some people are coaches about that. They say, "Hey, I've got the workout for you," and there's so many. I say that with your physical exercise, you can find out what is best for you in accordance to your rising sign. Your rising sign is your physical body, and then it's very known in astrology that, well, say if you're a Taurus or a Libra rising, you have a more of a propensity to be soft and calm. And heavy duty workouts, no matter what you do, you don't really bulk up if that's the purpose and that's what you're worried about. No, you have a propensity to be soft and round, really. And see, but you do need to work out. Really, there's something that you should work a muscle of. But let me start over kind of a little bit. See, there's people that they do exercise, they help people exercise their mind, right? Now these people, I say, those are musicians. There's physicians that specialize in, of course, a good physician would wonder, are you getting any exercise, babe? The musician is definitely giving you the capacity to kind of set the mind aside, and that's an exercise for the mind. In order to be a better mind, you have to kind of set it aside and allow reality in. And this is where I'm pretty sure exorcism comes in, because reality is God. You have some people who are highly spiritual. They're kind of wise beyond their years. What are you going to do about it? String them up? You can box yourself up, but we're not going to do it, babes. We're here. We're available to you. We don't need you. You need us. Why? Well, most likely you probably already got your exercises down, right? You did your fucking physical shit already. You look like crap, by the way. And then let's look at your mind. Have you been managing your mind well in accordance to how that your body needs you to give it some leeway so that it can learn something substantially actual, a feeling, something worthwhile? Well, if you've done that, or and you're still having difficulty, you don't know what's missing, try going to your spiritual life. Find out what you think when you hear the word God. How do you feel when somebody says the word love, or like the kind of they have the propensity to say I love you first or something like that, right? How do you like how does your mind, in black and white there, most likely, because that's all the mind can do, really. It's just more like, am I valid or not? And all of the ways that it is doing to try to be more real than the truth in reality is astonishing. It includes a gauntlet, a gymnasium called the world over there that says, come here. We can definitely make you more real than the work that it takes to be a better presence to the environment, the discipline that it is to be a presence towards one another and start doing self-reflection, all of that stuff. Just go over here and slide up and down on the bullshit fucking ramps and ignore that spiritual person over there burning sage in the mountains. By the way, I am selling sage sticks today. It's a one-time offer. These are highly recommended. The smoke themselves kills funguses, bacteria, molds that might be living in the air. See, and it's known to dispel evil. Evil does not like the way this smells. They're like, ugh, I gotta get out of here. Would you stop doing that? But evil doesn't like a lot of things. They don't like a lot of things that are, in fact, perfectly human. That's one way. It's not hard to distinguish, like my last video, who is your friend. Evil is not your friend. Okay, see, there was a movement 25 years ago or 26. It was called social media. And the first platform that should be the only platform, unless you have lost the game, you have this one platform that says, now find out what a friend is. Fuck yeah, that's the truth. Because I know where we're heading in the next 20 years as an astrologer. We're going to find out, really, we were trying to find out, friend, did you find out who a friend was? Did you even know? Did you end up alone completely? God, how fortunate you are, because now you're going to find out who your fucking friends really are. How do you do that, Shauna? Good question. You start with conversation. It could be because, well, you have social media and you're having more conversation than ever. Maybe that could be happening. Make sure it's coming at you and you notice something coming at you. Is it a friend or not? Here's how you tell, and I will repeat it again because this needs to be repeated. Imagine that we go a few generations kind of like whispering this, but then we have to actually elevate it because this is what time it is. First of all, you all need an exorcist. You need a spiritual person who knows how to do things. Their presence alone is going to test your strength, okay? And most people are not handling a truly achieved person. When I say achieved, I'm talking about having become simply a natural human being. In other words, you are achieved as love, in love, from love, by love. You are love. Now let the games begin, because there is a challenge, a challenger, who says love doesn't exist. They'll say the same thing. They're saying God doesn't exist. They're going to challenge you. Why? Oh, well, they were probably abused, disenfranchised very young. And it's a delicacy, by the way. When you're very young, you can be hurt in many different ways, shapes, and forms. If you're continually told no at the wrong time, you're getting boundary breaking there. You're doing boundary breaking by idiots that don't know that you don't have a right to tell that kid no. You are to be established as, in fact, the reason why you have a child there is because you said yes. Okay? If you haven't achieved that yet, as a good friend, baby, then don't have kids yet, babes. Hold off. Do whatever you can to stop it from happening. Now, getting back to what a good friend is, a good friend tells you not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. A good friend is somebody that just shows up in the darkest times but brings you light and wants to lift you up and show you love. Very controversial there, because a lot of times we're stuck in quagmire of needing to change. Now it's a delicate subject matter. You have to be I call myself a spiritual person. I'm a spiritual transformational guru is what I call myself. No, I know who I am. See, this is the thing. I know who I am. You don't. So I could say, and I will tell you, and I'll continue to speak in a strange way, and everybody would fucking wonder, who the hell is this person? Who is this person? I'm not a physical person, and I'm not really a mental person. I am a spiritual person. See, there's kind of the mind, body, and spirit going on here. And see, babes, the spirit has it going on because as above, so below. The spirit is the ether kind of thing. It's the unseen, right? Who knows what the fuck we're talking about? But you are being influenced right now, whether you know it or like it or not, from the very get-go. Like, I don't know about your daddy, but figure out what your mommy was doing. If she was able to convert your daddy into a humane being, see, that's the religion here. That's the evolutionary ladder. It's kind of difficult if you are on the side of the organism that is not born to any of their own intellectual essence. They are disconnected. They are born disconnected. Hi, male side. I have compassion for you. I love playing with you. You're a lot of fun. You're strong. Of course, there's a possible thing happening, but you're the side of the organism that needs to be brought up into conscious awareness. You need to, in case the narcissism is at an all-time high, because maybe you had a mother that wasn't alive. An alive woman, according to psychology, there's alive women, and then, but mainly they know that there are dead women. Well, these are the ones that stay in an abusive relationship. They stay with a narcissist. Somehow they manage to reproduce with it. They didn't say, hey, wait a minute, stop. Until you can figure out a patterning that works and feels good and keep doing it consecutively, I don't trust that you can even be intelligent in any way, shape, or form. I will not reproduce with you. That is your fucking job as a woman. I hate to tell you, hey, it's controversial. You might get mobbed upon. Me, I don't get anything. I get nothing. But I'm going to start sitting out in my neighborhood and say, I'm not really impressed with the society. All of you need exercising. Yeah. All of it, but it's like from head to toe, right? Where do we begin? You begin with your spirituality. What the fuck? Now, it's a conversation that only a master is willing or can have. Now, going back to Buddhism over here, it's just a conversation between these two very different types of people. If you want to get into cartoon characters, look at the Buddha sitting over there. It's usually kind of fat, and I'm sorry, but it looks like that thing, if it's a man, okay, congratulations to your premature, like, you really wanted a set of tits, didn't you? And here's what I have to say to you people, men and women, who are deeply confused until you become spiritual people. And you make contact with the only one superior God that is right in front of your face, but you can't see it for shit, but it is holding everything that you can possibly think of right now with your puny little fucking trap up here called the universe, babes, outer space, the final frontier. Have you made it? Hi, people. I'm still here waiting for you. I'm like, I can't leave from here. Wherever I go, I'm always in outer space. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? If you can imagine, that is definitely a spiritual thing. You can't see it. Can you? It's weird. It's like I can swear outer fucking reality, God is here. But all I can do, you would not know that even I'm here as a spiritual person unless there was a goddamn smoke ring around me. Whether it be sage, or how about the music or the scent? A fragrance that is going to awaken your heart. And you start going, you know what? Besides for wanting to shish kebab this person, I like this person. It's weird. Good. I'm glad you're fucking deeply confused now, you fucking narcissist. Now you know how we feel. Who are we, Shauna? Oh, people that have achieved true spirituality, which is mean you've made it to outer space. Congratulations. Look at did you notice how fucking lonely of a place it really is? Did you notice the people that are running the gauntlet, hardly looking from cradle to grave? But if you're like me, you notice at the very end, there's a moment, that's why the priest shows up. If you're lucky, you're on a deathbed and it happens to you. Otherwise, I don't know what happened and nobody was there. But that priest is fake, by the way. That priest is not real. I'm here to tell you something if I have time. I'm here to tell you something about the world out there, and I'm getting a fresh dose of it. And there's flying monkeys that this thing employs. Satan employs these flying monkeys. And if you're not careful, they'll throw you into this system that just starts churning you. And because they're miserable in hell doing that, like they're doing it as like, no, we are successful. They have no fucking remorse and no problem with disrupting your life in doing that. And so I'm here to tell you that you can prevent that. I'm not a church saying give me money, although I'm saying, babes, you need to start your own centralized money system based in your achievement of singularity. Singularity of which is accessed through the sky. Now, do you agree that the sky exists? As one accessible, purely pure awareness, unadulterated, you yourself can discipline yourself enough to where, indeed, you will find that there is a passage from the eye to the heart that does not need to filter through your mind. You use reality, hun. You use the mind of God. This is so important that I'm going to keep doing this for the rest of my life for you, for free. All that we can do, us metaphysical, I'm a metaphysical person, I'm a spiritual person. That's what you have living next door to you if you have me living next door to you, and you don't see me, do you? And if you do, you want to snuff me out? And you can't. You can shackle me, but I am still free. Unlike you people that have not been set free yet. You are not even on the fucking path. And if I do right by me and everybody else, I start to advertise. I just say, you know what? Kind of like John Lennon. Do you like John Lennon, babes? Do you like your old rock and roll music? Let's talk about these hypocrites that are listening to this music. John Lennon, Led Zeppelin, Santana, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young especially. Did you know? See, I call them hypocrites because some of these people that were born in the 60s to highly conservative, highly emotionally abusive, just spiritually fucking checked out, taken, man, possession is happening. Talk about needing an exorcist. They don't get any exercise, none. They're being sheltered there and protected by a belief system, mental cases, basically. Sorry. But they're there, and now they're peaking in like, oh, we are retiring, and we are successful. Whew. So then, I can just remember the train of thought, but the thing I'm trying to expose to you, to make you see. What's doing a death throw out there, technically saying, I have my day, I'm a success, I did it. Hey, watch out for that toxic shit. See, they don't have it any better than, say, the hippie that thinks they know who God is or what is best and what's wholesome. But I think the hippie is closer than those people. And I don't support either one. I say, be the real thing and see how it really looks, and then find out why the stereotypical visions come up and what the cartoon characters are all about and all of it. So, but see, I'm kind of getting off my track here, but I know it's very important to make the point that I'm making, that I'm trying to make, you guys. It's coming now that the spiritual leaders in your neighborhood, in your community, in your city, in your world are going to start just kind of wafting up by way of just a natural process. It's just a natural generational process. Whatever refuses to be affected by degenerates and the cult system that says, no, you should degenerate this. Make it, reverse it. And the best way to do it is to get into the spirituality of people. Give them a false concept of what God is. Make it completely full of shit. Discard the natural order of things, that there is a fact that there are women and men here. Oh, and I would love to pull out my chalkboard here and say, babes, the writing is on the wall. If you look at it, it's right there. Inside the word woman, see, all you need is the word woman, right? And then put a cross in front of that configuration, woman, and you have two men there. See, if you did that, if you put a cross there, it means look for the truth. Truth is there. And that's the same for everybody. Protect yourself by going like this and say, I know what the truth is, hon. Right here. I'm connected to it. I use the sky as my witness, not my fucking brain that is only a receiver and then can be a deceiver. We are in the thick of it. And all it's going to take is a fucking conversation with people. First of all, you're going to be highly discouraged because you're going to see that in the beginning, babes, it's pretty rough. In the end, the story about Christ Jesus over there, how rough do you think that was? A lot of people want to throw that out because they don't know what it is to do the right thing, to be on the side of the righteous and then experience the reactive abuse that you're going to get that comes from a population that, now where did that come from? Hello, women? I have a deep responsibility to try to get to you and talk to you about your fucking profound responsibility. And they try and take it away from you, and they're using your fear against you. It's easy to just move to fear, right? It's very difficult to get away from that deceiver that makes you think that you're always wrong just because. Now, here's the main reason, is because nobody else is doing it. So what? As a spiritual person, I'm telling you, you're right on track. You do the opposite of the main compulsory suggestion. You see, you already have done it. If you're a spiritual person, you've managed it to make it this far, and now you're saying, you know what? Now, babes, you can't condemn me just because I have something to say. You have to figure out what's hurting you really. And what's really going to hurt is the reactive abuse that comes from these people that don't like to hear people say something. It's very strange. It really is. It is. And you know, you need to be washed. Those words alone can wash you, but will you let it? Will you lash out and try to condemn somebody else their whole life? Will you just say, no, they're non-existent? Our imagined life really is just your head, where you ignore your body, and then you can't make contact with the spirit, which is outer space. Not properly, not really. No, you have to watch out. You are being attacked here at all angles, and most likely you are suffering a disease right now. If you're at my age, you're feeling something. I'm here to tell you that instant healing is possible. The first thing you do to heal from a lot of things, as a woman talking to you going through menopause who is realizing, okay, so you eat better, but you fast. Fast. Instead of having the doctor cut you up and give you medicines that are actually really bad for you, and you just fast, because you're going to end up skinny and fucked up anyway if it's a really bad disease. Fast now and get rid of it on your own by way of also making connection to spirit. You get on your knees first of all. If you are miserable enough, you do this. And you ask for forgiveness from Christ Jesus, who is an angelic form in another dimension. You have no idea what this place is made of. It is 100% human. And if you want access to that, like majestic garden, the universe itself, the yes, the promise, the feel good, the fucking holy gospel, then you go through Christ. You get on your knees and you ask for forgiveness. It's nobody's business but yours at that point. Try it. And you have to be miserable enough, by the way. And see, here's the thing about the global population, babes. It might be brought to that misery if they're lucky. Like the Chinese say, may your life be a fucking challenge and a half. Now, if you kind of look and you take a step back at all of your idols, I tried to mention what the rock stars are doing out there, basically the ones that your people from the 60s are still listening to it. In fact, you are you're lagging. You're kind of not going anywhere in evolution. You're not a hippie. You work for the satanic cult that wants you to hang back in memory and evolution and be stuck and absolutely of no use to yourself and society as far as that evolutionary consciousness that's supposed to expand into something not poisonous. That's for sure. It's something safe for the kids, okay? All those musicians that you're listening to still, those musicians of that day, they were all on everything that you hate. They were doing sex, they were doing free love. In other words, they loved people, they were kind. They did drugs like crazy. Fucking Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, they were all on heroin. So was fucking Santana doing mescaline, LSD, marijuana. You want to listen to their music now, huh? What are you going to do now that you know the truth about that? You're going to be like, faith, glitch, 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 babe. But talking about glitch, humanity is fucking currently glitching out. I would love to take another half an hour to tell you how to manage it. But it's just as simple as a 2-minute speech saying, let it go. None of that world is yours. You are not of this world. Relax. You have no control, by the way. And if you are to be a big part in the generation that gets the wheel going that says, no, like this, bitch, because you people are dropping dead who you didn't do a very good job. Sorry, stand down. Give us your fucking money. How fucking ridiculous this over my dead body system is. That you don't give anything to your kids unless you die. God, you guys are fucking under satanic fucking rule. And I'm here to tell you, I understand why I sit where I do. It's because these people need to know that I know that they're in trouble. They're experiencing hell of karma that is, oh my God, talk about spiritual imprisonment. You are spiritually in prison until you want to shape your fucking shit up. People like me are going to simply be able to bother you, and then now you guys have guns and fences. And babes, I'm here to tell you, you are forgiven because who you work for is Satan. I hope for you that in this lifetime you see me as the light of day that is waiting for you. Not me, babes. I am not real. And as the thing that you see in your mind, I'm not saying I'm more important than the truth. No, I'm just saying that I am a portal through which that maybe you will find out what the fuck the truth even is. Yes, I am. And I'll be goddamned if I am going to go down like a lot of people have. Here's why they went down and they just disappeared and they couldn't do anything for themselves. This community where I'm at, a perfect opportunity, by the way. No, it's a perfect opportunity to set the example. Say, no, we are here. And we know you don't like us, but you don't really stand for anything logical or even sane in case the kids were watching. By the way, do not have them. Women, who the fuck do you think you are? You are working for Satan. You're like, I can easily outnumber you and just go to this clan who are a bunch of fucking warlocks. Sorry. When are you going to hit like and subscribe? When are you going to fucking dare start liking and subscribing to your higher up fucking faculties that says, you know what? No. And how long is it going to take for you to finally just shout? Is it going to be like 40 seconds before your last breath? Congratulations, then. Apparently, you qualify with that. If it's just 40 seconds before your last breath that you actually witness and see the witness, you actually see your real life beyond mind. You made it into your body and you're looking at the true nature of reality right there. You're looking at it. Your whole life will not have been a waste then, believe it or not. So who am I to try and make it a better place for us to live in the meantime?